Okay, sound check, sound check. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Magic Arena Run. Today we got actually a bit of a special midweek magic. So we're gonna. So we actually have two choices here. You can either do a Phantom Sealed of Midnight Hunt, in which case you will duel against those who do the Phantom Sealed of Crimson Vow, or vice versa. So we're gonna do Midnight Hunt first. We're gonna see if you start with this one, if you can do the other one. In that case, that will be the first time that you actually get to do two 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 sealed events. And also, I just noticed that the event was a bit interesting. Anyway, first let's open crack some packs. Let's see a nice mythic. Sigard and Savior, okay, pretty decent. Sigard the Splendor. There's a Burn Down the House, Sun Gold Sentinel. I guess red white is a good option here. So these are the rares that we open. We'll go back. We'll press done for now. Oh, let's see. Discard changes. Let's see what happens. Because we're gonna take a look. Yes, you can actually sign up for both. So this episode will be the one for Midnight Hunt. It will. I was gonna check, but so let's do a very quick one. We definitely want to go red white. Let's check the land base first. Okay, no, not much in the way of mana fixing. So I guess we're pretty much gonna be going for a two-color deck. We might try to splash for a third color, but that's kind of unlikely. Ludovic. It's gonna be Storm Skrillex or an Arcane Fusion most likely, but even that is kind of doubtful. So let's check first. Sun Gold. Let's check with white first. Looks the most promising. Decent aggro, has a decent aggro start. Actually, very decent aggro all around. Even Loyal Griff, even an unruly mob. Double Sunset Revelry allows us to go kind of control. And there is a Sigard and Savior that will allow us to buy up back multiple cards. Now, Sigard the Splendor is more of a life gain card, so we'll have to keep that in mind. But looks like white is pretty solid. Not so sure if we're going to sneak in the two Sunset Revelries or not quite yet. We probably will sneak in at least one. Now, let's take a look at red. Pretty decent removal. Even if, because even Burn Down the House, we don't have to play this for removal. We could just play this for the 3/1/1s. There's a Burn the Curse. There's a Cathartic Fire, so we have some early removal. Double Immolation also kind of counts as early removal. There's an Abandon the Post that's kind of interesting. Mounted Dread Knight. So if I have to choose between Village Watch and Mounted Dread Knight, not so sure which one of the two. I will note that the removal is a bit light, so yeah, definitely want the Infiltrator. Perforator is kind of okay. It's a way to get aggro through. Definitely want the double immo. Double Immolation. Probably to burn the Accursed as well. So definitely going to be running 9/8 if we keep this up. We're 12/7, so so we don't exactly have many ways of gaining life. Sigard the Splendor does allow us to gain some life, and at least you get to note your life total each time. So as long as you can gain at least one life by the end, you should be fine. I guess there's also an argument for running Candle Trap. Though Candle Trap is one of the worst cards to run as far as removal is concerned. We do have 1/2/3 quite easily, so we could use Candle Trap as just an exile effect. I definitely want to run one Sunset Revelry. Yeah, because there's enough sacrifice effects, the Candle Trap's not so great, but I guess it is an option. Hedge Witch Mask. Can't be blocked by creatures power 4 or greater. That's a bit weak here. Not considering running the jack-o'-lanterns, that's kind of unnecessary since we're only running 2 colors. I guess we just run the 2 perforators just to keep the aggro up. And probably, so 14 and 8, probably want to run one more creature. I guess we run the Famished Forager so that we have a way to draw, additional way to draw cards. Now, let's take a look at our other colors, see what we're skipping out on. Because like for example, because usually this would be the zombie deck. Blue, not so much in the way of zombies. We only have an Organ Hoarder. Startle is fine. Black will usually determine if we should be running zombies or not. Actually, black looks kind of deep. We have a Hobbling Zombie. 2 Siege Zombies actually makes black quite kind of interesting. Also combine that with the Diagraph Horde and a Morkrut Banshee. Black is actually looking quite good. And we can probably splash it, let's say, blue for the Ludovic. My only gripe here is that our only removal is like 1 foul play. Yeah, that's it. We're actually missing a lot of the removal that works for black here. Blue, we're not even getting much of the bounce that we need. We like have a flip to switch for counters. That's about it. Green is, let's see, green is not exactly the strongest color here. We only have 1 duel for dominance for fight. Our triple candlelit cavalry is not what exactly we're looking for. Rise of the Ants, miss. Yeah, the green is a bit of a miss here. We'll run the red-white first, see if this pans out. Also note that we get to sleeve for 4 wins, so we actually and a cosmetic at 3. So we actually want to run multiples of this. So this episode will be just for Midnight Hunt. We'll see what it takes to get to the 4 wins. It's possible that I might do the rest of the wins off camera depending on how much time we've spent out here. I might be tempted to switch to the blue, but that's a bit unlikely. Probably run Perforator first because because at least we get some damage in. We're not going to be covening Candlegrove Witch anytime soon. Yeah, not having the Evolving Wilds actually makes it a lot harder for us to run this deck. We could borrow time the first target, which is I think one is actually gonna skip, so one is actually taking also, so we can't just go aggro. Next turn we can swing with Foragers just to get then add the triple red, though it will only help us discard them, which is fine. We're kind of flooding on lands now. Alternately, we can wait a bit. Yeah, just keep pushing the aggro for the time being. Next turn, we will have the extra white so we can do Famished Foragers, then drop a Search Party Captain. Okay, and Mariner, that's fine. Opponent will block. Or they might be scared we have the trick. Yeah, they're gonna block us. They're so scared I might have a trick. I would love to cast both of these, though it doesn't help us as much. I could cast this one first, see. Yeah, we'll cast Search Party Captain first, see what we hit. Burn down the house, that will help us in the future. There is an argument for not playing all these creatures. Then again, I could just disturb this, so that's not too bad. Since I know our opponent is in green-red, we definitely want to hold back Burn Down the House for the time being. It also means that we want to keep on swinging no matter what our opponent presents. Opponent's looking to check, do a fight spell check. Yeah, yeah. This is probably. I do have creatures with 1 power and 3 power, so yeah, this is a bit awkward for Coven. Let's see if our opponent plays any flash creatures that will help incentivize or burn down the house a bit more. The braid, that's fine. Well, I'm not incentivized to draw and discard at this point, so 5, 4, 3. Basically, I'm trying to see if we can bait our opponent to dropping more creatures, though that was probably not the worst thing to happen. Opponent can swing with this one. I can then swing with these two, then go for a burn down that way. Oh, there's also burn the curse that kind of does this. So if our opponent takes the okay. So I now have to decide if I just burn this one, take 6, then take. Yeah, I guess we. Or yeah, I guess we do this now. We might have misplayed that one really badly. Yeah, this is Crimson Vow. I'm trying to remember if Avabra Caretaker is on the Crimson Vow side or on the Midnight Hunt side. So I'm just gonna play this one, then pass. Opponent might have removal. Can't really do much about that. I'm actually surprised her. Okay, sure. So we get blood token. We get hit for 4. They might have a sacrifice effect so that we don't get this back. Otherwise, we're just taking 4. It's fine. They might use the discard a card effect because yeah, it looks like they're really flooding. So we actually So we are getting a hit in. It's not too bad. Now we have the same problem again, which is, but this time I'm holding the planes back because we might. Now, if they have another flourishing hunter, we're in real deep trouble. We just use the issue with red is that we don't exactly have that much in the way of removal. Play to rest. Let's see. Now, burn the curse take skips the dice part, so it will go over this one. Yeah, and they don't gain the 2 life because it's an exile effect. There we go. We got through our first game. Not bad. Let's see if we can do well on the next one. Yeah, now that I think of it, the blue black has quite a bit of synergy, but it's lacking a lot of the control that I'm expecting. So maybe that's kind of why I'm not exactly enthused by it. I have no idea what I got. I absolutely have no idea what I got, and it's kind of frozen right now. Gee, thanks a lot. Okay, so for us to figure out what we got, we have to go to Dex to take a look at our collection. Unfortunately, well, we and unfortunately, it's hidden all the new cards, so we did not even get to see what we got. It's possible we even got gems, but I would have to double check the I'd have to double check the replay on this one. Anyway, let's go to our next game. Okay. Not that many people playing with the Crimson Vow side. Maybe I could just alternate both, but that would be weird. I'm actually gonna double check details on the events, see if there's anything that's happening right now that's not exactly supposed to happen. Yeah, this is very long. Let's try it. Let's try again. Actually, a lot of interesting events coming up. So yeah, there's no indicated detail about this one. Ugh. Yeah, we are running a 9-8. I probably definitely should mulligan this. Okay, this is a much better keep, and we have a lot more double white than double red, so I'm going to go for this one. Play a creature. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I will not draw a card or gain life if I played that. I think I'll just play Falcon Route. Yeah, I'll take the hit. Because that will allow me to gain life off Sunset Revelry. So this time, if I do cast this, I will get the full package. Now, our opponent could cast an instant to deny me the card draw. So in this case, what happens is they deny me the card draw, but I get creatures instead. So I guess that's fine. This time, I am willing to double block this. They might have a 1-mana combat trick, but better to get that out of the way. Yeah, we'll play the Clarion Cathars first because next turn we'll be able to do Morning Patrol into Sun Gold Sentinel. Opponent playing a Prisoner Trainee. Signaling a combat trick, but we have to get it out of the way anyway, so let's get it out of the way now. Well, it's just a Hero's Downfall, so that's even better. So now an interesting thing that we can do now is we have a loyal griff. So what we can do is we can instead double block with these two. Take this out. So So if I want to go for Coven, I need to play the Royal Griff first. But that means Hexproof can't be blocked. Yeah, unfortunately, Immolation doesn't quite take out either of these, so... And this has Flash, so... Yeah, we're gonna just shrink the Heron. Now, an interesting thing is, well, this returns another creature. Honored Heirloom into Militia Rallier. Okay, that's fine. Opponent's actually just gonna keep taking the hit. Opponent. Ooh, this one training is gonna be an issue. Yeah, probably going. Now this one is we have to double check that it would be put into a graveyard from anywhere, so I could actually just bounce this back to my hand. Although that's a bit anti. Yeah, we've probably lost this one unless we can hit. Yeah, we've probably lost this one. We have. Yeah, they'll get quite a lot of life off this. Thankfully, our opponent is kind of flooding. Well, not it. Yeah, we'll have to find another answer for this soon. Exile target card from a graveyard. We don't exactly have graveyard shenanigans, so it's not exactly that's not exactly too relevant for us. Opponent's read. Diagraph Scavenger. The life gain is real. They could have waited for me to. They could have waited for me to block so that I wouldn't be able to disturb. Oh no, they had an exile effect. Yeah, this is the we can concede this one. We goofed up that gameplay really badly. Ironically, the correct play would have been to put the immolation on the Parish Blade trainee, so even if it would make it really hard for it to gain +1/+1 counters. Yeah, we goofed that one up. That was our fault. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about the midweek magic. Yeah, it doesn't give any details about the midweek magic event specifically. So we have no. Oh, but this one's fine. Sure. Hungry Ridgewall. Yeah, we'll pass. Let's see what how our opponent follows up. The fact that this is red-black and makes it kind of interestingly weird. So now I need to decide. Yeah, let's bait the removal spell. They might have a play with fire. No, flame blast bolt. Okay, fine. At least. Yeah, I keep forgetting this is we're playing against Crimson Vow. Opponent missed their land drop? Okay, looks like they're missing their land drop, which is not good. We do have to note that if we can't hit another white mana, that we will have problems casting our cards. Farmer, yeah, this guy again. We do have to block this though. There's no, because we do have to block it because we can always just borrow time, cast borrowed time on this guy. Opponent did hit their land drop. Is now hitting their land drops. Okay, Socialite Menace is going to be an issue. We did hit another white, so I will actually play the Unruly Mob first. Okay, opponent hit their double black now. They could sack this one to get their creatures back, which would be a big deal. No, they can sack the blood token. We'll just take the 5. I can, yeah, because I can double block. This will grow this into a tree. Not ideal. Yeah, we take the 5 for now. It's up to them to find another way to generate more blood counters. Well, that is a way to generate blood count. Yeah, we're not really fooling anyone. Now, unfortunately, if the morning apparition dies, that does not grow the unruly mob. So we want to preserve our flyers as much as possible. We also want to trade off another creature so that we can. Yeah, we're not blocking this time. Okay, opponent hits their lands. We're gambling on what they're. No, they actually might be hoping to get it back, so we're gonna say no. Archangel of Craven. Yeah, we keep getting goosed by our opponent. Maybe if we hit burn down the house, that would be it. That would be semi-interesting. See what opponent could just get those two back. They might also attack first. Vampire Kiss makes 2 more blood. Wow, they're really into blood tokens. So I am actually forced to block everything here. For some reason being, our opponent can just pay 2, bring me down to 3, so that this will kill me. So yeah, there are no good outs to this. We just got goosed by back-to-back blood tokens. I'm gonna concede this one. Opponent pitches in the braid. Yeah, that's a busted sealed pull. There is no we did not have enough early aggro to pressure our opponent, and yeah, there was that. That's still struggling to get our second win. I think I will. One more loss, I will switch to the blue black deck, but I am not convinced that one is any better. Also, like we've only hit one rare the whole time. Well, 2 rares actually. If any, it highlights the very big power difference between Midnight Hunt and Crimson Vow. So, there's our savior. Now we just need the lands to go for it. So next turn, probably just play Harvest Tide Infiltrator. Really depends what our opponent does. Opponent's just doming us in the air little by little. And they missed the land drop. So we'll attack first, see if they have a response. Nope. Let's give them some bait. They might have, say, Siphon Essence. Yeah, sure, that's fine. I probably would have been better off I'm doing it with Morning Patrol though. So since that would have... Hey, opponent is actually now holding back. Let's see what... Do they have a pump effect? Nope. They're gonna let it through. Will we play Morning Patrol this time? Could our opponent just have the all counterspell build? That's 2 counterspells so far. We're just waiting for our opponent to make a drop so that we can go borrowed time. They probably won't exploit. And I probably... would... Now, I could have waited for them to just say pump stuff, but that would be way too greedy. I would rather just keep piling the... Ooh, do they exile their Lantern Bearers to draw a card? They will. Okay. And they might actually start cracking blood tokens, but I think now it's a bit... Oh no, they're doing it now. They're land flooded. What's our opponent's follow-up to this? Well, they're still cracking. There is that. Hollenbach Escort into... Now, let's see, this is return to hand. Probably gonna be Siphon Essence, so I'm gonna let them exploit the Escort first. And while their shields are down, we cast the Guardian Savior, get both of our creatures back. Finally, our Mythic pulling through. Although it's actually only mana value 2 or less, so not getting that much back. Still, we did get something back, and now our opponent has to answer our entire board. Yep, opponent concedes. We got that game. Whew. Now the all counterspell deck works if you have the follow up, and our opponent did technically have the follow up. They did have large enough creatures. It was just unfortunate that we had answers to both of them. Okay, now we got ourselves a Silverback Elder. Let's see, 2 more wins. I am honestly just delaying the inevitable and switching to the blue-black deck. I'm not too convinced that it works that well. Only from the fact that we are seriously lacking removal there. We have a lot of synergies like tap tree to drain, but we don't have ways of actually surviving the long game. I might reinvestigate that, but I do highly doubt it. We also are lacking the Evolving Wilds to allow us to splash red for some of the removal spells that we could use to make it work. Blue-red is an option, I guess, but I don't see what blue had to offer in our pool. We'll take a look at the pool again. I'm not so sure what it has to offer that white is not quite offering right now. Oh yeah, we also get the Chromatic Cube tomorrow, as well as Historic All Access. Basically, no. Now, yeah, we'll discuss. And there's also another festival. There's also 2 more festivals coming soon, but these are lined up with Lost Caverns of Ixalan. So, okay, this one I am willing to keep. It'll be awkward if I start. Okay, one is playing blue-black. Siege Zombie. Now, if we have the opportunity, I might just block Siege Zombie. We'll see what our opponent drops. Yeah, I already pressed pass. Storm. Yep, that is one reason to not let it. Wait a minute. I thought it says you're supposed to be up against Crimson Vow. Why are we up against Midnight Hunt? This, I call shenanigans here. That is not right. Yeah, I should have noticed something was up when we were up against a Siege Zombie. I forgot that there's this stipulation. It looks like it does pull from both pools in case there isn't enough, or it could be a bug in the event. Definitely not happy with this outcome. If I can hit another 2-drop, I would play Unruly Mob and that 2-drop. As it is, I'm not so sure what would happen. Opponent is trying to see if they can take out. Oh, I'm just gonna keep going. Oh, I guess we're far away. But now the trick is if we play Unruly Mob, I can cast Qatar Commando, destroy Locked in the Cemetery. It doesn't actually destroy it. Okay. It's gonna be too late for me to save the search party captains who were taking 3 damage, but that's fine. So I might just play the morning patrol first. There is an argument for playing Cigar de Splendor, but it's an upkeep check. Yeah, that's actually kind of what makes Cigar de Splendor not that great yet, it being an upkeep check. Okay, opponent is passing though. So what I can do is I can play the Unruly Mob. They'll gain me 1 life. It will force our opponent to find a way to take me down 1. Which is not too bad. There are plenty of ways that I can get taken down 1. Not attacking. So given the situation, yeah, opponent just goes Diagraph forward. They are priced. They're priced into swing at. No, they can also. Oh, they. Oh, they're actually gonna let it go. Okay. Now, I could just go after the Diagraph board. I probably should. Yeah, I'm gonna go after the board. Opponent probably does the tap in response, so I go back down, which is fine. opponent can actually take me down to 1250 this. I'm just gonna grow it now. Not necessarily any better things to do. So yeah, we get noted back down to 13. Go back up to 14. Yeah, we're kind of in waiting mode. I guess I could swing at Morning Patrol, see if I can draw the Unruly Mob again. Actually, yeah, let's swing with that because the other two can't block anyway. Our opponent could also just safely chump block with Kvetch's Castaway, so nothing I can do about that one. But I'm trying to give them, yeah, that's the incentive I want. I want to nuke their Siege Zombie. Now, if they have a combat trick to save the Siege Zombie, I'm just going to save it with our Morning Patrol with Royal Griff. That's fine. Now, yeah, I probably just cast this now. Gain 1 life again. Force our opponent to have a way to drain our life again. And it actually gains us another life, so true pair of Lunarch Veteran. So it might incentivize our opponent to swing with all their zombies now. So incremental card advantage. I think we drew 3. Yeah, our opponent giving up the Siege Zombie is not. Oh, they're getting Siege Zombie back, so they can tap down. Okay, sure. But we now have a way to hit in the air. So first things first, let's force them to do the full song and dance again. So we get taken down to 14. Do they have trick? Ice Wave return. Oh, okay, so they had a way to protect it. Not bad. So we'll hit first. Now I'm okay with. Okay, not. Yeah, because the thing is, if for them to drop the 3/4, they will have to spend a lot of their turn. Yeah, opponent's going just for the castigate. They could also still play the. RJ. Probably Silverbolt locked in the cemetery and Ice Wave or Bat Whisper. Yep, those are my calls. So they probably also just replay Siege Zombie again. Yeah, we're at the point where we've only drawn we've drawn in so many cards, but now we need a way out. And we've already used our burn the accursed, so that's an issue. I'm going to return the apparition. Because that nets us the most draw effects. Okay, burn down the house can wipe the slate clean. I am incentivized to attack first in that case. Yeah, use one life, that's fine. So we could play Sigard and Savior, get those cards back. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. So we get to play Unruly Mob and Lunar Veteran again. We might as well play this. Because the plan now is we're gonna do burn down the house, but for the 3 devil tokens. Because our opponent basically doesn't have enough blocking creatures. Hey, this might be the time that's some 3 out. Well, we did play the other rare a while ago, so this time we're actually getting to play and we did play burn down the house one time. Yeah, we're gonna play the other mode this time. Maybe our opponent might have a counter spell, but I think our opponent is more pressed to actually get more pressed to actually fill the board up. Definitely drawing a card. And then a card. Yes. Maybe our opponent has a counter spell for this, but that kind of seals their fate, if I'm not mistaken. Also, Lunar Veteran casually just bringing us up to 24. See what they have. Yeah, actually, no. Yep, that's more than enough damage. Now, they might have an effect that shrinks the board, but if these get killed, it still pings our friend anyway. Yeah, last ditch effort. Do they have something? Midnight ambush, sure. Ironically, grows the unruly mob to actually take it out. Not that it matters that much. What's your other trick? Ice wave return, that's fine. Yeah, still more than enough damage. I was actually considering wiping the board just to clear the castigator, but then I realized, wait a minute, our opponent does not have actual block. Did not have enough blockers. In this wise, the Garden Savior is very good, and wise the Garden summons can be very annoying to deal with. So what is our mystery cosmetic before we try to play for the card sleeve? Lost Bridge card. Actually, I've been playing that one quite a bit in Jumpstart. Oddly enough, yeah, we had a. I'm trying to think of what were the decks we lost to, or what. No, we definitely had a problem with a white black deck last time. I think we almost had a problem with the we almost had a problem with the green red deck. That was a bit of a close call, despite all the life gain. Okay, I would not, but I would not be surprised if this means they're pulling from the midnight hunt pool. Let's see if you wait that long, is which pool is it pulling from? Anyway, yeah, we're keeping this one. Opponent mount twice. It's not a free win because Sunset Revelry does nothing if we're definitely not drawing a card at this point. We will get creatures at least. And we actually will gain life as well. That said, we are going to need some help if against the 4/4. Does our opponent go for it right away? Yeah, they're going for it right away. So we'll take the hit first. We'll trade. Yeah. Eccentric farmer, military. Yeah, so we're going for the burn down the house strategy. Ooh, if our opponent needed lands, well, they get one of them. We're basically buying time, see what our opponent drops on the 5 slot. Shadow Beast sighting. Okay, so this might be a. Well, thankfully it doesn't have trample. So we hit our 5th mana, but do. Also note that we only get back 2 drops, so we're not actually getting anything back. I could just burn the accursed on this one. Oh wait, I could just pass. Oh, then just pass. Off an abomination. Now we are really incentivized to draft the board. Now I can actually save. We'll swing, see how our opponent does. They might just take it. Oh, yeah, they're gonna take it. They work. gonna burn this one. Over cut first. But on the other hand, yeah, I could just play Sun Gold Sentinel, just remove the threat altogether. Now this does turn into a Flying Death Touch, which would be very annoying, so I have to keep that. Oh man, so it's that deck. I don't mind actually trading. So we haven't cast anything yet, so yeah, let's flip. Actually, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 takes us down to 12. We'll actually take. See if they have a way to protect it. Corpse Gobble. That's fine. It does have Menace. Yeah, I promise we're only left with the expensive cards. I might as well just cast this. Get back Sun Gold Sentinel. And we'll remove the Covert Cut first because that's the more problematic card. No, I can swing through. Yeah, we'll... Yeah, this one needs double, so I'm actually going to just block this one. We'll take 5. Let's see if it convinces our opponent to... Nope, opponent's just giving that up. Now our opponent can cobble... Yeah, no, it's an instant. They could have cobbled it back. Wait, unless it's non-token. I'm gonna view the battlefield. Did I forget? Any number of creatures. So you could sacrifice. So you could sacrifice these two, make a 5/5 blocker. That would have. I would lose one creature. I would just borrow time it. Yeah, that wouldn't. That was not too bad. I guess what I could have also done is let that happen, then cast summons into borrowed time if I not miscounting my mana. But there you go. That's our journey through Midnight Hunt, and yeah, we did pretty well. We'll claim our goodies, and that's gonna be it for this episode of Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on notifications and whatnot. And just to make sure, yes, you can also do so for Crimson Vow. We will be doing that a little bit later. That's gonna be it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to see you guys again next time. Take care. God bless. Stay safe wherever you are. Have a great week, everyone.